this is Allison Pryor, and I teach acrylic paintings for the beginner. I do techniques that are very simple and easy to follow in real time, so you can follow along with me. Hi! I even teach you how to draw a cat. So let's get on and start with a new painting. Now here is a nice background for any still life. This is going to be a kind of a light purplish color. If your flowers or your still life has dark values, then you can use a light background. If your still life has very light flowers, it's better to have a dark background. So right now we're going to do the top part of our background. And what you need to do for your background is to have a part where you're going to have the still life sit on a table. So I'm getting some masking tape and I'm going to mark off where we want to start our table. So we'll put on our masking tape where we think we might want our table, depending on how big you want it. So let's just put it about here for now. You can make changes if you want to. So this is a good way to get started, your background for your still life. So all you need to start this background for your still life is a brush, a 1-inch brush. I'm using 11 by 14 canvas, so whatever size canvas, adjust your brush. If it's a bigger canvas, you might need a 2-inch brush. Now, this is a 1-inch bristle brush, or you can use a 1-inch Sable or synthetic brush. Now, to get your color for your background, all you need is, for a nice light purplish color, like I say, you can change these colors to suit your background. I'm just taking some red and blue and mixing it together to get a kind of a purplish color, nice and dark. But now you add the white to brighten it up. A lot of white. A really nice, bright, purplish color background, okay? Lots of paint on your brush. And let's get this background started. So, now if you find that too purplish, you can certainly add lots of white, okay? So let's just put that on, very simple. Go back and forth with long strokes to get a nice smooth finish. Or you can just put it on, but as long as you get a nice smooth finish, that will really help. Add more white if you find it too dark. And just go right back into the paint that you have there. And put that on until you're happy with it. If you need 2 coats, you can certainly do that too. There we go. And I'm going to add more white as I come down. Give it a nice little bit darker on the top than on the bottom. Or you can have it all in one color. Keep your brush dirty. Don't wipe off the purple. Good. So this will be mostly, once you get your purplish color on your first line of color, then you can keep adding more white. And then if it gets too bright, go back in and get more of the purplish color with more white. Make sure your brush is nice and full so your paint will move. There we go. If your paint won't move and it starts to stick, just dip it into some water. Just dip it into some water and tap it off in your tissue, and then go back in, start painting again, and then you'll see how nice and smooth it starts to move. That's a nice background. Good. Now that's a start. Nice purplish background for your still life. Pretty. If you need 2 coats, you go ahead and put 2 coats on. Let that dry, and then we'll start on the table. So what we'll do next is we'll take the tape off. There we go, so we can get ready for our table. And in order to have the bottom of the table, we'll add the tape down here on the very bottom and only work on the top part of the table. See? Now what we'll do is we will take our same brush again and clean it off a little using the same basic colors so you don't have to worry too much. And we'll take that same color, mix up your blue, your red, and lots of white. Move away from there so you can get it bright. Lots of white. Get it nice and bright. There we go. And we will do our background table right here. A little bit of a shadow there. Try to keep it straight if you can. Good. I'm adding more white because I found it a little dark. Trying to keep it straight. If you can't get it straight, we'll put some tape on it after to straighten it up. Good. Now, I'm cleaning off my brush because I got a lot of purple on there, so I want to make it nice and bright. I'm going directly, it's clean there now, and I'm going directly into white. I'm going to go back over that again. I want to leave a little bit of dark up there just to separate the table from the wall. Good. Now, you can have whatever color table you want. Get nice and bright. A little bit of a shadow up here. Nice and bright. Same as what you did on top, back and forth with long strokes. Good. You want to make it brighter than that, you certainly can. This is just a guide to get you started. And come right down to your tape. Good. Now, get that line cleaned up. Good. Don't forget you'll be putting flowers and everything there, so when that dries, if you need to put a bit of tape on top there and straighten that line out, you can certainly do that. Chiseled edge brush would be nice to use for up there. I'm just getting it on here now. Good. So we'll use that as a table. And then, next, we'll take off our tape. So take the tape off, and we'll start down at the bottom. So you're better off getting a nice chiseled edge brush. Chiseled edge just means that the top part of your brush is sharp. You see? Doesn't spread open. And that one is a very small one. Probably a size 1 or 2. Make it easier for you to work with. So the bottom of your table is going to be darker. So you get your purple again. And you add a little bit of burnt umber to grey it up a little bit. If you want to. And white. There we go. That will keep it nice and a nice edge of your table. See how that looks. Now see how I got a chiseled edge? Okay. And that'll help you. You could also do the chiseled edge from up here, but we'll worry about that later. So we're going to use the bottom of the table. Now you can wait for all this to dry and put tape back on the top here so you can get a better edge to your table. Good. That's the edge to your table. Let's just get it on first, and then we'll get the line straightened up for you. Nice long strokes so you can get that, so you can get a nice smooth finish, nice smooth blend. Good. Now, I'm going to show you how to get the straight edge up here, for down here, because it is a little difficult to get, you know, unless you got a really good steady hand. So in order to do that, we need to let the paint dry. So now if your paint is dry, you can take your tape, you can put it up here if you want and do that one, or I'm going to do the bottom one here. Don't want my arm to get in the way. It's the beauty of doing videos. So we're going to get this line straightened up for you. Let's see if that's straight enough. It looks okay. So you put your tape on now again, and then you're going to take your small chiseled edge brush and get your color, and then you paint over here and you'll get a nice straight edge. Now if these colors are not what you're looking for, adjust them to your liking. Good. That's the edge of your table. Just watch now when I lift that up. Hopefully it'll be okay. We'll find out now, won't we? Ta-da! Cool. Alright. So that would be a background for... Now I should show you how to straighten this one up here too. So the same thing, just take your tape. Because your paint is dry now, you can straighten this up. Good. And then you get your color back. You can use whatever brush you used before. I'm going to use the larger Sable brush just to show you. That also has a chiseled edge. Chiseled edge brushes are great for straight lines. Get back your color. So just mix up your color that you had before. Plenty of white, because you don't want it that dark. So now we got to try to match it up. So do this before you do your bottom of your table if you can't get your line straight. Alright, so we'll just mix up what we think works. There we go, pretty close. And just paint over that tape so that you can get that. Good. And if your table didn't match perfectly, just add more white. Doesn't have to be perfect because it's a table and has different shadows, shades. When your flowers go on, you'll have to make adjustments. So just keep painting to match it up a little bit better. There we go. I'm not going to go right down to the tabletop because we did that with the straight line, and I don't want to make a mess. Okay, so there now we should have a nice straight line here. Okay, let's keep our fingers crossed. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Oh, that's better. There we go. Perfect. So after you get all this done, then we'll work with our still life.